Now you're almost at your leader length, so we don't need to pull any more line in.
I didn't realize he was that close.
Excellent. It's a little guy, but it was on a dry.
That's okay.
That makes him much bigger.
Let me try to get him in there.
Nope.
Oh.
Gotta wait till his chin comes up. Here we go.
There we go.
On the dry!
Thanks.
Yes! That's the best part of the sport.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
Beautiful fish.
Okay, Tara. Is that the first trout you've caught on a dry fly?
That is the first.
Excellent. He's still feisty.
Awesome.
You notice I'm not trying to squeeze him. I'm just gonna wait till he stops thrashing. Okay. All right. I know.
Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello, welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program will take us to the mountains of North Carolina. It's all about trout today. And Joe, an interesting story today because our angler goes from saltwater to freshwater.
That's right. We're going to follow a young lady who is an accomplished saltwater angler. Fly rod, spinning rod, doesn't matter. She can catch saltwater fish, and she's quite good at it. And we're going to take her up into the mountains and introduce her to some mountain, small stream mountain trout fishing. And so a great trip. We catch a lot of fish. She made the, well, I'm going to wait, let you see, but the transition was made, and she did a great job.
I guess gear time's going to be really interesting today making that transition.
Right. We're going to be fishing with a guy that we've worked with many times up near Boone, Ollie Smith, with Blue Ridge Anglers. And he's really good on the stream, giving you pointers on how to present the flies in different situations. Some of these streams we've got have overhangs, trees overhanging, and could be quite difficult for somebody that doesn't know what they're doing with a fly rod. And he's really good at showing how to do it, and we'll pay attention.
Showing you how to do it. Our viewers today will want to get a paper and pen because we got a recipe with Donna using duck today, and it's going to be a good one.
A good duck recipe using tomatoes, and very tasty.
All right. We got a lot going on. Sit back and relax. It's the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Tara, this is a typical size stream for the Appalachians.
Okay.
And this fast water right here is called a run.
Okay.
They can't see us that well. They can't hear us that well. So this is a good type of water to start on. There's a little room for air. But before I cut you loose on these fish, first thing we need to do is look around and get used to all the trees that are around us. Every one of these trees has flies hanging out of it where people did not look behind them before they cast. After we've determined what type of cast we're going to make, now we need to determine where these fish are going to run once you hook them. These are like hazards. All these rocks, all those sticks are like hazards on a golf course. We want to keep the fish out of those hazards.
Okay.
So we need to figure out how we're going to cast and then figure out how we're going to play this fish.
Okay.
Now, one good thing we have in our favor, these fish are stationary. Unlike the saltwater fish, which were always on the move, right?
Right.
Redfish, you might get one or two casts and either you hook them or they're gone. These fish are just going to stay right here for us, so we have time to change flies. If this rig doesn't work, we're going to switch over to another rig, but we don't have to go looking for the fish because they are literally right here.
Good.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm excited.
All right.
This is going to work. Right there. Oh, you got it. Now lift up.
Oh, gone.
Now see how you're trying to do your saltwater set, pulling the rod low and stripping? Since you have room back here, I want you to go a little higher on that hook set.
Okay.
Now that wasn't a real noticeable bite. It was a little more subtle looking, but that was a bite. Did you feel them on there for a second?
Oh, I definitely felt it. And I saw that indicator go under. Having trouble with my line here.
Let's give him another shot.
Okay. Am I too far to the left with that one?
Nope, that's still good. You're still in that current.
My line's
Right there.
Ah, yeah.
You got him. Now go up with it.
Okay. Woo, let him play.
Now we don't know how big he is, so just let him run around. Now go to the left a little bit so he doesn't get down in this white water.
Okay.
Now you might want to go to the right, just keep him off this rock pile. And what I'm doing, Tara, is I'm actually watching your indicator. When it moves away, let him run.
Okay.
When it's coming at you, strip like crazy. Haven't determined if he's on the big fly or the little fly yet, so let's just act like it's on the little fly, which means
Okay.
more delicacy.
Woo.
Now, a lot of saltwater fishermen that I take out start getting anxious about now. They want to get them in quickly. But if you try to rush this fight, the hook's going to tear out. These are
Right.
small barbless hooks. A little better fish.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, now he's getting close to being done. I'm going to scooch over to your right,
Okay. So you're
and I'm going to
going
wait
to
till
my
his
right.
chin
Okay.
comes up. Just like that. Keep lifting.
Plane him?
Keep lifting. Yeah, plane him up like that. That way you can end the
In.
fight.
Nice.
Even though he's still got a lot of energy, if you can get that chin up and skate him across, you end the fight a lot sooner.
Okay, perfect.
Tara, again, this is about the same size as your last fish.
Right.
10, maybe 10 and a half inches, but what a fight.
They still put up a great fight.
And they
to be
still try to
little.
get you in the rocks. They're still trying to do everything they can to get the hook out. So have a lot of saltwater guys say they use bait bigger than this, but the skill level required to get this fish to the net, it takes all your skill level.
Right.
So let's let this guy get back.
Good release.
Okay, Tara, we caught a rainbow in here, changed flies a couple times, had a few more bites, but now I think we've worn this piece of water out, so we're gonna let it rest for a few minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes. So we're gonna advance up to this next hole. Now there's not as much cover right here, so we're gonna kind of come in, we're gonna sneak into the creek, so to
Okay,
speak. We're gonna
perfect.
come up on this one real slow. Your first cast only needs to go up 4 or 5 feet.
Okay.
Don't get crazy and do a double haul all the way to the top, because the fish in the back of the pool will see your fly line.
Okay.
So you want to start short, couple casts, then we're going to go to the middle, couple more casts, then we're going to go to the top.
Gotcha.
Got it? Let's
Sounds
do it.
good. All right. Oh, was that too
No,
far
that's
to the
good.
left?
That's good. That's good. Actually, start pulling it in. I'm worried you're going to hit that rock pile.
Okay.
And let it sit right there for a second. Okay, now just a little more to the right.
Okay. I'm gonna get a little line out. Get that lead out of the water. And roll it. Oh,
Actually, the current. Now do a min to the right,
there's a
and
fish.
you got a fish.
Yes.
You got a nice fish.
Nice.
This is going to be exciting. This might actually take a few minutes here. Remember, we got a rock pile right here we got to worry about.
Okay.
We got that ledge over
Wow.
there we got to worry about. This is good. Way to go, Tara.
Dang. All right. Let's see here.
Okay, now when you're stripping line in, make sure it's not going to jump down on anything. And if he stops moving, we can actually get that line on the reel. Good fish.
Oh.
Okay,
okay.
now back to the left because he's trying to get in that rock. Now he's getting close. I'm going to come around to your right again, just like I
Okay.
did last time. I'm going to wait till his chin comes up and then scoop him up. You're
Okay.
doing great.
Sounds good.
You're doing good.
He does not want to stop, does he? All right. I'm gonna let him have this.
Okay,
little
back to the
run.
left. Keep him off the ledge.
He's feeling like he
Now
might.
back to the right again. Keep him off that rock. And now just start lifting.
Wants a little run there.
Come on. Beautiful.
Nice.
Excellent.
Good healthy fish.
Tara, your stock just went up.
Thank
This
you.
is our biggest fish today.
Awesome.
This guy's probably a little over 14 inches and has got a huge belly. You get a good job keeping him out of those rocks too.
That is a beautiful fish.
I'd like to keep looking at this fish, but there's actually fish rising behind us.
I
What do you
noticed
say we get
that.
this guy back and try to catch another one?
I say that's a good idea.
All right, buddy. Get on out there. Okay, Tara, this is the moment all fly fishermen dream about. When we caught that last fish, we looked behind us and noticed there was a few fish rising. Just all of a sudden, there's a few fish, not many. So we're gonna try a dry fly.
Okay.
This is the best part of the sport. But just for insurance, we also have a little wet fly about 2 feet off the back. So you know what you're looking for when they take the dry. You'll see a splash.
Right.
If they take the dropper, your dry fly is gonna get pulled under. But we're gonna hope that they're gonna take the dry fly.
I hope so.
Okay, same as before, let's start a little bit close, then work to the middle.
Okay.
and then we'll eventually get up there to the whitewater. You ready?
Sounds good.
All right.
There's
It's
that
all
fly
yours.
up there. Perfect. Thank you. Get a little line out.
Good. That was actually good right there.
Oh,
Now, can you see that little fly floating on the surface?
I can. So,
Good shot right there. Right down the bubble line, right there. He hit the bottom fly.
oh,
We'll
nice.
take it, and it's another nice fish. Now, since he's on that little fly, we got to be extra careful.
Okay.
Remember, we got our hazard over here on the left bank,
Right.
shelf on the right bank, so let's try to keep him in the center.
Nice.
And that's about a size 18 fly. It's pretty small.
Okay.
Doing good. How's your line doing?
Line's looking good.
Looking good. Beautiful.
Everything's in order here. Ah, he's got a friend.
Here we go. He's actually almost ready. I'm going to do the
Yeah.
same thing. Come around here to the right of you.
Okay.
Wait till his chin comes up, and I'll scoop him up.
I'm gonna stand up
Okay?
so I can bring him over better.
Okay, there's his chin.
Not ready.
Maybe one more pass. Here we go, right here. Got him.
Nice.
That is a good fish on a size 18 fly.
Thank you.
It wasn't on the dry fly, but we'll take it.
That's all right. We'll just have to go back in there and get another one on the dry
We're going to
fly.
do it. And another great rainbow. Excellent. And
Thank
that
you.
was on one of the smallest flies that I have. And
That's
he is
great.
all ready to go.
That
Let's hold
is
him up for a
great.
minute.
I'm glad he's healthy.
Beautiful fish.
Wow.
Gonna get him back to his buddies.
See you, buddy.
I'd say that fish would go a couple pounds.
I know.
Way to go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You wanna get another one?
I'm ready.
All right. You had a looker. Get him. Up.
Up, up.
Beautiful take.
Nice.
Now you're almost at your leader length, so we don't need to pull any more
Woo,
line
I didn't
in.
realize he was that close.
Excellent. It's a little guy, but it was on a dry.
That's okay.
That makes him much bigger.
Let me try to get him in there.
Nope.
Oh,
Gotta wait till his chin comes up. Here we go.
there we go.
On the
Beautiful.
dry.
Thanks.
Yes. That's the best part of the sport.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
Beautiful fish.
Okay, Tara. Is that the first trout you've caught on a dry fly?
That is the first.
Excellent. He's still feisty.
Awesome.
You notice I'm not trying to squeeze him. I'm just gonna
Right.
wait till he stops thrashing. Okay. All right. I know. He's lively. He still had a little more fight left in him.
Yeah, we got him over here pretty quick.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna use the hemostats. I don't like using hemostats on dries because it tears them up.
Right.
So I try to do it by hand if possible. Tara, I'm gonna let
That's
you
my
release
fish.
your first fish
Thank you.
on the dry
Thank you. Wet my hands.
and just kind of stick his chin upstream, swash him back and forth a little bit, and he'll swim off when he's ready.
Let's get him.
Slimy, aren't they?
They are slimy. Come here, buddy. It's a good feeling there.
There you go.
You want me to take him out over the net, or do you want to
I'm
lower
just
it?
gonna dip the net down and you can just push him out.
He's ready to go. There he goes.
You'll
Beautiful.
never forget that.
I know.
You're gonna dream about that take tonight.
I will.
That was a great cast. Perfect hook set.
Awesome.
Great way to spend a spring afternoon.
I know. It was
Yes!
wonderful. Thanks, Ollie.
You bet.
Needless to say, Tara had a good day and made the transition quite smoothly.
Oh, absolutely. And Ollie is so easy to work with too. He's really good. When you take a trip with Ollie Smith, you're going to catch fish, number one, and you're going to learn something. He's just really good. He's a trout stream educator is what I like to think of him when I think about him. And of course, Tara having the ability to catch fish in saltwater, bringing that knowledge up to the mountain stream made it that much easier. But they both had a great time, and we had a great time being with them.
Well, let's find out more. Let's go to gear time.
Tara, that was amazing. That was a great way to spend a spring afternoon.
I agree.
And I have to admit, you made the transition from saltwater to freshwater look effortless.
I tried.
We had the right skill level and we had the right tools.
These are a lot different than what I'm used to using, just a lot lighter, a little shorter.
Well, we have to. The environment around here is much smaller. Our flies are much smaller. So instead of using your standard saltwater 8 weight and 9 weight, I like to use 4 weights in this type of stream. When we were dry fly fishing, you have to air the fly out with false cast, so I like a rod shorter than 8 foot. This is a 7'11" 4-weight rod, perfect for dry fly fishing. It's a little bit short though when we were trying to throw that first rig with the weight, indicator, and 2 flies.
Right.
So I like the longer rod, 8.5 foot 4 weight. What I don't like on these streams are the really light rods, the ones in the 2 weights. When you're after these really big fish with a light rod, you have to wear them down to almost death to get them in. So I don't like the one in 2 weights. I think a 4 weight's perfect. Another thing that helps us get the fish in quickly and not take the slime off are these rubber nets.
Right.
This is relatively new. Now it's not practical for a wade fisherman to carry this big net with them, but they do make smaller versions of this net with the rubber bag that you can fit on the back of your vest.
Right.
Get the fish in quick as you can, get them back in the river because we want to catch them again later.
And we use those also just because of how it does help the fish.
So it doesn't take the slime off.
Exactly.
But I think the most important piece of gear we have out here, polarized glasses. Helps us see the fish, helps us see the fly,
Right.
helps us see where the slick rocks are so we don't fall down.
That's
So this
important.
is actually the most important piece of gear we have.
It really
If you
is.
didn't have these glasses on, you wouldn't have seen that fish take that dry fly. And we have the all-important felt to keep us from sliding around as much on the streams. If you're at the ocean, you'd have rubber bottom duck wading boots, duck boots. But here we got to have the
Definitely
felt. So we had the right tools. We were able to catch fish.
We had a great day.
Now, what do you think? Fresh versus salt?
I think both. Fishing is tops.
That's the correct
Can't
answer.
pick one over the other.
There is
long as
no
you're-
one best. They both have a challenge. You met the challenge perfectly.
Thank you.
And now when I come down the beach, you're going to help me learn how to do the saltwater
Certainly.
thing.
Of course.
Looking forward to it.
Me too, Ollie.
That
Thank
was
you.
awesome.
Thanks. Had a great day.
You bet.
Thanks.
Thanks for that valuable information. Now, let's catch up with Donna. She's in the kitchen, and this is a recipe you're going to want to keep on hand. It's ducks and tomatoes.
Hi, today in the kitchen we're going to be making a duck and tomato pie. It's great, the flavors mixed together and it just is wonderful. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take our pie plate and I'm just going to dust it or spray it with a little bit of oil or nonstick spray, and then I'm going to dust it with some cornmeal, and this will help give your crust a little bit extra crunch, and it also has some great flavor to it. So we're just going to sprinkle that around. That's why, I might knock that over. So then we're just going to shake it around. And then we're going to take our pie crust, and this is just a store-bought pie crust. If you make your own, that's great. But I like to do things that sometimes I don't always plan. So this is a good thing to have, keep in my freezer, and then I just pull it out. You can also use a frozen pie crust if you want. And to do that and still get your cornmeal on the bottom, just pop it out and sprinkle the tin and then put it back in if you want. So, and I don't even do anything to the edge of my crust. I kind of like it to look a little rustic. If you like to make flutes and all the decorations, that's great. Then we're going to take some Dijon mustard, and we're going to, about a tablespoon, and then we're just going to brush that in the bottom of our pie crust. So this will give you some great flavor too. We're just going to brush that around until it's coated well. And then we're going to put some shredded cheese on this. And I like to mix my cheeses, not just do one type of cheese. We're going to do some shredded mozzarella cheese. And this is just something I bought at the store already shredded. And I like the fancy shred because I think it melts a little bit better. And then we're going to add some sharp cheddar to this as well. So you know this isn't going to be too bad. How bad can it be with tomatoes and cheese? So then what I did is I took my duck breasts and I grilled them. And so I'm going to layer those in the bottom of my pie plate. And then I just sliced it. And then I grilled my tomatoes instead of sauteing them in the oven, on top of the stove. What I did is I just took them and sliced them in, about 1/4 inch slices, and I just put them on my grill and grilled them when I was doing my my duck. So they add nice flavor too. Then I'm just going to pop them out of the rings and put them there. And you can slice these up if you want. I kind of like them whole. And it takes less time as well. So we're just going to put those in there. And these are nice Vidalia onions, so they're nice and sweet too, which adds some great flavor too. Then what we're going to do with that, we're going to take our tomatoes, and if you have some great homegrown tomatoes or some that you like, I have a certain flavor or type that I like out of my grocery store, and or in the summertime I like to use the ones that my children grow in their garden. And we're just going to slice these and place these on top, and you can arrange them in a nice pretty fan if you'd like, or just place them on top. We're going to use about 3 or 4 decent sized tomatoes because you want to do a single layer of your tomatoes, but I like a little bit more, so do however you like. So then we're going to make our mixture, which is fairly simple too. It's going to be 1 egg and about 1/3 cup of half and half. And we're just going to mix that together. You can add some salt and pepper to this if you like. We're just going to mix this together. And then we're going to pour it over the top. Add some more cheese, of course. And we're going to bake this at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes until it is firm and nice and bubbly. And then I would let it sit for probably about 10 minutes just to firm up a little bit before you cut it into wedges. And it'd be great. You can serve it with a salad. You can serve it with another type of either a green salad or some fresh fruit would be great too, or some additional tomatoes if you really like those. So this is what it looks like. I just topped it with a little bit of basil too. You can chop some fresh basil on the top and then put your cheese and then bake it if you like as well. So I hope you enjoy the duck and tomato pie, and I look forward to seeing you next time here on Simple Cooking.
Thank you, Donna. As always, another tasty recipe. Joe, let's go back and talk about Ollie and Tara. She had a good time in the mountains of North Carolina.
No question. We all did. We had a perfect day. We shot this in March, and anybody that knows North Carolina weather in March, it's usually associated with wind and up and down temperatures. And we had a 70-degree day. The stream was perfect. The fish were on, really pretty rainbow trout. And, of course, having Ollie there to explain how things are done, and Tara has that experience level going into it that really made it quite easy, and she's very proficient with a fly rod, as you could see, and we just had a great time.
Maybe we can catch up with her later on and do a show, saltwater fishing with her.
Well, she spends most of her time in the saltwater. That's what her first love is, that saltwater fishing, and I hope we can do it.
All right. For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.